I don't know if you guys truly understand how much I don't want to make this video. The game ended about an hour ago. I have sat right here like this for an hour because I don't want to make this video. I don't want to talk about this. And I'm tired of making reaction post-game videos that are all depressing and talking about all of the reasons why we lost the football game. I'm tired of it. But here we are again. Game number 2, Miami starting out 0-2 for the first time since 1978. For everyone who didn't hear it, and for all the people who don't want to back up in the video, the first time Miami starting out 0-2 since 1978. And I don't put all of the blame on Bubba Baxa. Hear me out. I don't put all of the blame on his shoulders. But 2 missed field goals and a missed extra point, blocked, tipped, whatever the heck you want to call it, doesn't help us win football games. You have to come up clutch in those moments. I don't know. I don't have an excuse for him. I don't even want to make an excuse for him. He's got to be better. Jaron Williams played a pretty good football game as far as I'm concerned, given all of the circumstances. I don't know who the people were that were calling for Perry or Martell to come in during the game. Williams played pretty well. I do have some stats here in front of me. Williams was 30 of 39 for 309 yards and 2 touchdowns. And he did have that big run that got us the first down in the game as well. He did what he could do in this football game. I mean, with the time he's given. I'll say that, with the time he's given. I'm trying to think of some positives here, basically, is what I'm doing before I really dive deep into this video. 179 rushing yards is more than we rushed against Florida. DJ Dallas looked pretty good. He left it all on the field as usual, as he always does. Cameron Harris, my man, is an absolute beast. Needs to get more carries. The man is ready to eat. Feed him the ball, please. Again, 179 rushing yards in this game. Both teams had 0 turnovers. The turnover chain did not make an appearance. I don't know if you guys can see it over in the corner. I have mine in a lockbox. Didn't break it out the whole game. Didn't even come out. So I'm trying to gather myself here and just give you guys some of my initial takeaways from this game. And we can do multiple videos on this. We can do live streams and call-ins and stuff and talk about it more in depth. Whatever you guys need to do to vent and talk about it. Miami can't seem to finish football games. Period. We had multiple chances in this game to take a lead and put it away, if you want to call it that. Same thing in the Florida game. Both of the wins would have been sloppy wins, but still a win. But we can't seem to do it. We can't put the game away. We can't put our foot on the gas. We can't put our foot on their throat and do what we need to do to win the football game. We can't finish. Wide receivers are still dropping big time passes. We're talking game changers here with some of these passes if they pull these in. And difficult catches, yes, but catchable footballs. And they're not able to pull it in most of the time. It was good to see Pope and Harley getting catches. People have been screaming and yelling for those guys to get some playtime and some more snaps. They both did. And they had a pretty good football game overall. But the big-time catches need to be made. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit. There were so many times where Jaron put it on the money as best he could. Again, given the circumstances. I remember one specific where he had to roll out. The North Carolina defensive line was right on him, and he made something happen, and the wide receiver, I don't remember exactly who it was, couldn't pull it in. A catchable ball. And I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. I should have actually initially congratulated North Carolina on the victory because you guys won the game fair and square, and I give credit where credit is due. So congratulations to the North Carolina fans. Final score for the game was 28-25. I probably should have said that at the beginning of the video, but it is what it is. Miami Had a chance to tie the game at the end with, I believe, 9 seconds left. Bubba Baxa kicks a 49-yard field goal. Not even close. He had hit a 50-yard field goal earlier in the game. He looked scared to death when he was walking up to kick that field goal. I'm just going to be honest. That's my opinion from my point of view. He looked super nervous about that game-tying field goal, and he couldn't connect. He couldn't hit it. Defense in this game. We typically lean on our defense. We expect a lot out of them, and they come up and perform every time. This game, no. They did not. And it's almost one of those things where initially, as I started to talk about this, I feel bad for dogging the defense because they've came through for us so much, but they did not have a good game. The North Carolina wide receivers kind of exposed some of our DBs. Our DBs were getting smoked, left in the dust. And if you don't agree, I don't know what football game you were watching. And the tackling, horrible. I don't know if we just didn't learn anything from the Florida game. Bad angles. Arm tackling. What are we doing? Did we not learn anything from week one? We even had a bye week to prepare for this game to try to help our tackling a little bit. Read and react. Make a play. Make something happen. Too many times that guys were just kind of standing there looking. The guy with the ball is 5 yards behind him already. And then when the guys did try to hit him, they're not wrapping up. They're not form tackling. They're just trying. Man, defense let us down in this game. Real talk. I know that it's hard to dog the defense because they played so well the last couple of years. The defense let us down in this football game. And I'm not saying that overall the offense did any better. I'm not saying that. But the defense did let us down against North Carolina. O-line, in my opinion, still didn't look a whole lot better. I mean, there were less sacks in this game. Let's be realistic. I don't have that stat in front of me, but it was like 3 or 4 sacks maybe, as opposed to the 10 sacks against Florida. But one could argue that Florida's defensive line is quite a bit better than North Carolina, so it's still unacceptable. I still feel like I think Jaron Williams did a little bit better job not holding on to the ball for too long. There were still a couple of occasions that happened, but the offensive line still is not up to par for me. Still not good enough, definitely, to win us the Coastal. Not even close. We could have won this game. We should have won this game. And I think that North Carolina fans and Miami fans both can agree on that. And if you don't, it's fine. I'm just saying. We should have won this game, and we could have. Could have, would have, should have. It's same story that I've been saying for the last couple seasons is what it's come down to. If I'm being honest here, if I'm being real with you guys. Special teams overall sucked in this game too. I know it's hard to have these kind of conversations, but I feel like this is kind of raw and we needed to have it now, right after the game in a reaction video. Special teams did nothing special, as ironic as that sounds. Again, Bubba Baxa with the missed field goals and the extra point that was blocked or deflected. No big kick returns, no big punt returns. Nothing. There are a lot of other things I could dive into in this video that just really frustrates me. And that's my biggest takeaway from this game, is that I'm not giving up on the Canes. Listen, I keep telling everybody, I'll show you my shirt again. Don't be a fan later. Listen, I'll rep this shoe. I'm here. I'm here after the game. I didn't delete my channel. I didn't not post a video after it and pretend like it didn't happen. I'm here. Miami Hurricanes fan, ride or die, till the day I die, no matter what. Orange and green, bleeding it. But man, I'm frustrated and I'm tired. 0-1 sucked, but this to me was when the season started. This is when we started our ACC play. This is when we showed that we were going to run and own the Coastal this year. And if this is any indicator as to how the rest of our ACC games are going to go, no, it's not going to be good. The things that I wanted to see us improve on, we only checked a few of those boxes, very few, from week 1 to week 2, or from game 1 to game 2. So here's my question for you, Canes fans, and it's really kind of the point of this entire video, is number one, for me to vent a little bit, because if I don't put this stuff out there, listen, your boy Coop goes crazy. But also, I want to ask you guys, Where do we go from here? Really, what do we do? Because we were the new Miami. The team that was going to come out there and punch you in the mouth and finish football games, and we look far from that. Very far from that, in my opinion. I know you can always pick out some positives, and I try to do that, and I did. I mentioned them in this video. But where do we go from here? What do we change? What can we do that could help us win football games this season? Because I understand that it is Manny Diaz's first year. He's never been a head coach before. You got to remember that. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not making excuses. I'm just putting it out there. It's a new offense. But we were saying, screw the rebuilding year. We're going to win football games this year. And so far, we've not won a single one. So what do we do? One of my suggestions, and as much as I hate to say it because people are going to kill me in the comments section for this, I don't want it to be this, but I'm going to put it out there. We may need to kind of build this offense around the offensive line based on how they perform and how they do or do not improve throughout the season, if that makes sense. So if the offensive line cannot hold up, and it's not just them, but it's a big part of it, we might have to change up the offense and build it and revolve it around the offensive line. And people have been telling me, Coop, well, that's BS. We can't be doing that. What else do we do? That's what I want to know. I want you to put it down in the comment section. I just want to hear your thoughts, number one, on the game, on the North Carolina game. And then you can put all of it. I will leave every single comment down there. And I'm going to read all of them, every single one of them. So put whatever it is. If you're upset about this and mad about it, don't feel bad. Put it down below. But also tell me what Miami needs to do. People are going to lose it after this game. People are going to be calling for Manny Diaz's head already. I'm telling you. And if you are, put it down there. It's fine. Like I said, I'm not going to delete it. My opinion, and I'll openly put it out there because that's what I do, no matter how much I get criticized for it. I'm not calling for Manny Diaz's head after Game 2, his first season being the head coach. Do I expect a little bit more out of this team? Absolutely, because we need to expect greatness and nothing less. Am I calling for Manny Diaz's head? Absolutely not. It hadn't even crossed my mind until some people in the live hangout mentioned it. That's the furthest thing from my mind. Do you want to start all over again? Just next year? That just sounds absolutely ridiculous to me. We need to come together and rally around this coaching staff and this team, but we need to criticize and we need to push for the right changes to be made. And I'm hoping that adjustments are made. I'm hoping that changes are made because we can't come out looking like we did against Florida and North Carolina and expect to win football games this season. We can't. We won't. That's it for Coop. That's it for me. I appreciate all the love you guys showed me in that live hangout. My internet was struggling the entire game, and that video is probably all choppy and looks terrible, but you guys still showed me some love, and I appreciate that. The Canes family is always there for each other, and that'll never change. It's the best family in college football, period, even through these hard times, as tough as it is. But that's it for me, guys. Remember, we're all one big happy college football family, but at the end of the day, I gotta say, I'm serious, it's still always better when you get to rep the U. Look for that next preview video coming up for Bethune-Cookman on Sunday or Monday. I got to get my mind right and, try to get myself excited about this game because I'm not going to lie. Real talk is hard to right now. Right in this moment, it's extremely hard for me to be excited about that game. But we've got a long season ahead of us, and we've got to just try our best to make something happen. I don't know. That's all I got to say. I'll see you guys in the preview video. Coach Coop, peace out.